The sea covers over 2/3 of the planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Between the states of Connecticut and New York is the Long Island Sound, a naturally protected channel into New York City used for over hundreds of years. The Sound's rich maritime history has played a significant role in the growth of our country. Join us as we explore its unsung residents and its forgotten history. Welcome back, everybody. This is Captain Dennis with Squalus Marine Divers, and we're heading out to check out a wreck that we stumbled upon last week. It's out kind of in the middle of the Sound, and we're going to go down and see what it's all about. Going to give it a better look. We called it the Twisted Metal Wreck just because there's some metal down there. I don't know if it's steel or iron, but you'll see when we get down there. As we get to the bottom, the first thing we're going to do is check our anchor, make sure that's in there really good. And that looks like it's in there really good. And as we get up to the wreckage, we start to find a bottle, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that somebody might have dropped this off the side of the boat. And you can see here, as we get to the debris, this is all metal. I don't know if it's steel or iron. Either this was some kind of a junk cargo and it all kind of fell in on itself, or this could be the collapsed remnants of a ship. So we're just going to swim around and see what we can see. Another bottle, looks relatively new. This piece, metal again, but clearly something that's not organic. Look like some kind of an eyelet. See, there's a rounded piece there, and if you kind of let your eyes go out of focus, you'll see shapes. And you can see there's some evidence that some people know that this is a good fishing spot. A lot of holes, a lot of nooks and crannies for marine life to hide in. And the water clarity was pretty good. This only comes about 3 or 4 feet off the bottom until we get to the bigger section, which you'll see in a little bit. But right now we're trying to make heads or tails out of this, and we're not doing too good. Lots of places to hide if you're a lobster or a fish, and a lot of good places to get hooked up if you've got an anchor. Spider crabs hanging out, literally. Oh, here's our first short. This guy is definitely under the measure. And you can see that a lot of real estate here. None of these things really want to move, and I don't want to pull them too hard for fear of breaking stuff. Most of this looks like it's just fused together. There's a process called concretion where everything kind of fuses together. This is somebody's house. I don't know if they're out for the day or at work. Again, a lot of burrows down here. This thing right here, a lot of orange. It's either steel or iron. This looked interesting. This looks like a section of pipe. See if there's something shiny in there. Here's some more strange pieces of pipe. This looks like some kind of a, I'm not sure if it's a vent or like a perforated pipe. And again, another one just like we just found. Now we're going to move up towards the top part of the wreck. And this area is about 10 to 12 feet less shallow. So we're going from 49 to maybe 39 or 37. You see there's a lot more ambient light up here. And the fish seem to like it. Again, everything's fused together. Another fish and weight. Nice little decorative spot for that burrow. Another weight. Pretty big weights, which makes me believe that people have a hard time keeping their bait on this site. I'm guessing that's due to current. We're heading back down the other side. Again, we're back down now in the mid to high 40s for depth. Oh, I guess this lobster wants his lead weight. He's very protective of his lead weight. So we're just going to leave that here for him. Oh, again. More fishing stuff. Here's another lobster. This is a great spot. A lot of people say there's no lobsters in the sound, but I personally believe it's a matter of habitat. This piece was right in front. Little piece of metal fused to something else. This is another strange piece. You might be wondering why we keep seeing all these lobsters. And I think I can sum it up in one word: habitat. I think if there's a place for the lobsters to live in, they'll take it, especially if it's deeper and the water temperature is pretty cool year-round. Now, another one of these things. This is probably the third or fourth piece I've found, so we're dealing with multiples here, and that makes me think that this might be cargo. Here's another lobster. I guess if there's holes, they'll move in. Now, this is very interesting. I saw this hole, and I thought that I was just on the bottom of I was on the ocean bed, or the bottom. And if you fan, you'll see there's something underneath the dirt. I think it might be the decks of the ship. So this ship might be sunk completely in the mud, and it's been all covered up. So the things that we're looking at might be the cargo, and the rest of the ship might be on the bottom. Here's another one of those strange pieces. Well, I hope we're not making that much of a commotion, but I think the neighbors are not too happy with us. Sorry about that. We're going to move a little bit further west. And again, it looks like we're just basically out in the mud. And this guy makes me think otherwise, because he's coming out of the bottom of the hole there, and we're going to just fan the sand a little bit more, and it almost looks like this might be a railing or a hatch or some kind of a bar. You'll see in a second. Right here, it looks like something you could grab onto. So I don't know if that's part of the ship, or if it's something that's just fused to the ship, or this metal. But on that note, this is definitely going to warrant some further investigation, so we're going to have to come back again. Well, that's a wrap, folks. We're going to go back up and do our safety stop and then we're going to get on the boat and hightail it out of here. Go to our next expedition. There's John hanging out doing his safety stop with me. I hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope that you come and subscribe at our YouTube channel. And you could also check us out at squalusmarine.com, Facebook, Squalus Marine Divers, and we're also on Instagram. I look forward to seeing you, and until next time, I'm Captain Dennis.